Hi everyone, today we are going to talk about the cell and tissue of the immune system. This is our group, Yong, AIDA, AUNI and me, ROSLIN. What is the immune system? The immune system is made up of white blood cell, lymphoid tissue and organs such as the spleen and thymus. These components work together to detect and destroy threats like bacteria and virus. It plays a vital role in keeping us healthy and preventing illness. There are two main types of immunity, innate and adaptive. Innate immunity is fast and general, like barriers and first responder. Adaptive immunity, on the other hand, is slower but more precise, and remember, they are.
Today, we're talking about innate immunity, which is our body's first and fastest response to infection. Innate immunity is non-specific, meaning it doesn't target a particular pathogen, but reacts quickly to anything it recognizes as foreign or dangerous. It includes physical barriers like our skin and mucous membranes, chemical defense like stomach acid and enzyme in saliva, and immune cells like macrophages and neutrophils that attack individuals. This system acts within minutes to hours of infection and helps slow down the spread of pathogens, while our adaptive immune system gets ready to respond more specifically. Think of it like the security guard at the entrance. It doesn't know every threat by name, but it knows when something doesn't belong.
Let's take a quick look at the myeloid cells, our body's first line of immune defense. These cells belong to the innate immune system, which means they respond quickly and not specifically to any invading pathogen. Neutrophils are like emergency responders. They arrive first at infection sites and perform phagocytosis, which means they swallow and destroy bacteria. Next, we have macrophages. They are bigger and longer lasting. They also engulf pathogens, but importantly, they present pieces of them, called antigens, to alert the rest of the immune system, and they release cytokines to ramp up the response. Dendritic cells are the messengers. They link the innate and adaptive immune system by presenting antigens to T cells. Then there are mast cells and basophils. They trigger allergic response and help fight off parasites. Finally, eosinophils also target parasites and contribute to allergy-related inflammation. So together, these myeloid cells act fast and keep us safe and set the stage for the adaptive immune system to join. Now, let's talk about the lymphoid cells. These are the specialists of the immune system. Unlike myeloid cells, lymphoid cells are part of the adaptive immune system, which means they respond more slowly at first, but they are targeted and they remember specific threats for faster response in the future. First, we have T cells. Helper T cells act like commanders, coordinating other immune cells, which cytotoxic T cells are the killers. They will find and destroy virus-infected cells. Regulatory T cells keep the immune response balanced, preventing it from going overboard. Next are B cells, which are the antibody factories. They recognize specific pathogens and release antibodies that neutralize them. That is known as humoral immunity. And finally, natural killer or NK cells. Even though they are lymphoid, they act more like innate cells. They are always on the lookout for virus-infected or cancerous cells and destroy them without needing prior exposure. So in short, lymphocytes are precise, powerful and long-lasting defenders, especially important for vaccines and long-term immunity.
Next, I'm going to talk about primary and secondary lymphoid tissues. The immune system relies on specialized tissues to generate and mature its key players, immune cells. Primary lymphoid tissues are where immune cells are born and educated before being deployed to protect the body. Bone marrow is the birthplace of all immune cells through a process called hematopoiesis. It produces B cells, T cell precursors, natural killer cells, macrophages, and granulocytes. B cells mature here, while T cell precursors migrate to the thymus. Thymus is a small organ located above the heart, crucial for T cell development. Immature T cells from the bone marrow undergo positive selection to recognize self-MHC and negative selection to eliminate self-reactive cells. Only functional, non-autoimmune T cells are released into circulation. Secondary lymphoid tissue is where immune responses occur. Once immune cells mature, they migrate to secondary lymphoid tissues, where they encounter pathogens, activate immune responses, and coordinate defenses. Lymph nodes are small bean-shaped structures that filter lymph fluid from tissues. It contains B cells, T cells, and dendritic cells that detect and respond to antigens. It is also a key site for antigen presentation and adaptive immune activation. Spleen is the largest secondary lymphoid organ, filtering blood. It removes old or damaged red blood cells. It also contains white pulp, which help in immune function, and red pulp, which help in red blood cell clean-up. These are critical for fighting blood-borne infections. The mucosa-associated lymphoid tissue is a network of immune tissues along mucosal surfaces. It includes tonsils and adenoids, which guard the throat, and Peyer's patches, which are located in the intestines and help to monitor gut microbes. It provides first-line defense against inhaled or ingested pathogens.
Okay, now I want to talk about how this cell and tissue work together for infection response. When a pathogen enters the body, the immune response is initiated primarily by innate immune cells, such as macrophage and dendritic cells located in the infected tissue. These cells carry pattern recognition receptor that detect common molecular feature on pathogen known as a pathogen-associated molecular pattern. Upon recognition, macrophage engulf to degrade the pathogen through phagocytosis, while dendritic cells also take up the pathogen by phagocytosis or macropinocytosis. That macrophage not only destroy pathogen but also secrete cytosine signaling molecule that recruit additional immune cell to the site of infection and induce inflammation to contain the pathogens. Dendritic cell of the pathogen uptake undergo maturation and migration through the lymphatic system to nearby lymph node. There's they present pathogen antigen process on major histocompatibility complex molecule to naive T cell, effectively bringing the adaptive immunity. In the lymph node, antigen presentation by dendritic cell activate naive T cell, which proliferate and differentiated into helper T cell and cytotoxic T cell. Helper T cell support B cell activations, leading B cell to mature into plasma cell that produce pathogen-specific antibody. This antibody neutralize the pathogen or mark it for destruction by other immune cells such as macrophages. Cytotoxic T cell directly kill infection host cell that present pathogen antigens, helping to eliminate intracellular infections. Meanwhile, some activated T and B cell become long-lasting memory cell, providing the host with faster and more potent immune response upon re-exposure to the same pathogens. This coordinate interaction between innate immune cell and adaptive immune cell ensure efficient detections, containment, and elimination of pathogen as well as immunological memory for future protections. This mind map shows a summary of the process.
With the big picture, think of your immune system as highly trained emergency response team. Every player, from scout to medics to memory keepers, has a role. And like any team, they have communicate and coordinate to win. There are two major groups, innate and adaptive immune cell. Innate cells like neutrophil, macrophage, and dendritic cell are first on the scene. Adaptive cell, T cell, and B cell provide a more targeted attack. All these cells are born or trained in tissue like the bone marrow, thymus, lymph nodes and spleen. Here how they work together. When a pathogen enters, macrophage and dendritic cell detect it. The dendritic cell then travel to lymph nodes to show the invaded to T cell. T cell active and help B cell produce antibodies. Cytotoxic T cell destroy affected cell. This teamwork ensure fast, effective protection and even good memory for next time. What if one cell type goes missing? Imagine a team without goalkeeper or fire station with no alarm. The whole system breaks down. The body might not respond fast enough, or it might attack itself. This is how disease like cancer and autoimmune condition can start. Here's something amazing. Every second, your body makes millions of new immune cells. They constantly training, ready to defend you at any moment. So let's give some credit to this invisible, hardworking team inside us.